I have two clarifications on my list. And I love it when we cover clarifications news, because it's, you don't know if it will be seen as positive or not. The first is HDFC Life and State Bank of India, SBI Life. Both took a beating yesterday. So HDFC Life came and said that potential changes to bank assurance regulations by the RDAI, which have been reported, is something which is news based on rumors and speculations and is inaccurate. Their claim is that IRDAI will not take such a decision without actually having any kind of a conversation with stakeholders. That's the same thing that SBI Life is also saying, that adopted IRDAI's consultative process and we seek stakeholder feedback. So it's not going to happen today. But look at the kind of notes that are out. And the reason why this is still, actually it's a thumbs down, please, if you can make it a thumbs down. The reason why it's a thumbs down is this is more likely to happen than not. It's a clarification.
But for today, I think it's a big bump up on the stocks.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think not,
Let's
because,
see.
okay, let's see. I'll tell you why I think it's not, and then you're saying because they've said that abhi tak hua nahi hai. I'm saying this because it's likely to happen. It's coming from a very clear direction from the finance ministry. They're not interested in banks selling insurance. In the report here is that the IRDA is going to cap bank assurance from the parent bank. And this is something very clear that has come from the finance ministry. And for big banks like State Bank of India, your job is not to sell insurance of only SBI Life. You have to sell it for everyone. So that's where the cap comes. So it's a big hit for brands like HDFC Life, SBI Life, which is why I'm saying it's a thumbs down despite a clarification. And then see what Morgan Stanley is also saying, what Bernstein is also saying. So Morgan Stanley says the IRDAI is likely to have asked insurers to limit bank assurance business. Bank assurance business to be limited to 50% of individual APE. IRDA may consider capping parents' bank percentage share, and then that really is a negative pressure unless clarity emerges. Bernstein also sees the regulatory scrutiny on bank sales of insurance, of course, intensifying, negative for SBI Life, HDFC Life. Max Fin, proposal would prove difficult to implement and detrimental to growth. So it's a gain, in fact, for an LIC, an ICICI Pru, and a PB Fin. Yeah.
In fact, even for LIC, because I think there is a note. So, okay, no, please finish your point.
No,
first.
so my point is that they have, look at the quality of clarification, which is why this clarification is a thumbs down according to me, and the next one is a positive. Because my point is, what are you clarifying? You're not clarifying that, no, this is unlikely to happen. You're saying that there will be a whole process before we do this. Yes, there will be a process, but intent from the central government is very clear, that you want these companies to sell, you want banks to sell everyone's policies, not just their own insurance arms.
Agree. Yeah. So completely well taken. I just think that because it's not happened as yet, for today, there might be a bit of a bounce, one, and for players like ICICI Pru and LIC, which all, by the way, comes into the FNO segment from today, this could be construed as a positive. So you might actually see some bounces for SBI, because it had cracked quite a bit yesterday, SBI Life and maybe HDFC Life. But ICICI Pru and LIC, I'm looking forward to seeing how they react today. There might be a bit of a green.
So which is what we're saying. LIC and ICICI Pru may see a bit of a green, because the loss for the other two is their gain, which essentially means if an HDFC bank or an SBI has to go out and sell insurance, they have to give equal platform to everyone and not just push HDFC Life and SBI Life's product. So, okay, we'll wait and see how that works out. But for these two counters that I've picked, which is SBI Life, even if there's a bounce back today, the news largely is negative. Now, M&M, let's come to the second clarification and why I think that's a positive. So,